In 2023, my Switch had just been in the same corner of my room, being unused for months on end. Because before October of 2023, there weren't many titles I was interested in. My Switch was sick and bedridden. It looked like that one character from SpongeBob. Remember when they were selling chocolates and they find that worm? And the one that goes,
I remember when I used to eat chocolates. I always hated it!
But hold on, hold your horses. Some amazing games came out. Mario Wonder, Super Mario RPG, Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, and some other remakes. Last September, Nintendo was dropping as many trailers as scalpers buying any and every Sony product they could get their dirty, disgusting, filthy, soiled hands on, even if it's not that great. All these games seem amazing and exciting, but there was one game that stuck out to me. Once this game got announced, my eyes lit up like the Burger King when he's stalking people. The trailer that I watched was for Wario Move It. Similar to a certain game I played back in the day on the Wii. Let's go way back.
To when I was a fetus.
10-year-old NLJoker is playing video games, and my cousin walked up to me with a game in his hand called Wario Smooth Moves. Once I got my hands on it, I put the game in the Wii, and the feeling of sensation of new adventures and possibilities fly by me as I look at the title screen. I don't know, man, it was something about Wario's eyes that were speaking to me.
Wow.
But once you start up the game, you're given a brief cutscene of humanoid characters holding some sort of remote, waving it around and bending reality to their will. It sort of gives you an idea of what you're in for. Holy... Now, before I talk about anything else, this game's music is phenomenal. Literally every piece of music in this game is so memorable. I always think about the level select screen whenever someone mentions Wario Smooth Moves. It just made such a good first impression that I would not be surprised if this is also the song that everyone thinks of. You start off the game using a certain stance called the Form Baton Basics. And what this means is that you get into position, and without breaking the position, you have to complete the microgame within a certain amount of time. Now, if you've ever played any kind of WarioWare game, Wario Smooth Moves is essentially the same thing, except you're physically using your whole body to beat the microgame. Now, why do I talk about smooth moves, and what's so special about this game? Well, in all honesty, this game ran so Wario Move It can leap bounds farther than Superman himself. Wario Move It, like WarioWare, is extremely addicting. I guarantee you, if you give this game like 4 minutes, you'll never be able to drop those Joy-Cons. You'll be stuck in an endless loop like you're running up Bowser's stairs in Mario 64. Wario Move It enhances everything about Wario Smooth Moves in every way possible. For starters, you don't need the Wii's IR sensor anymore, so you can stand wherever you please. And since the Switch is portable anyways, you could go wherever you please. You could play in the park, you could play in the corner store, you can play in Belgium, anywhere. The possibilities are endless, guys. I mean, let's be honest for a second. You probably won't be able to see the game since you're standing kinda far from the Switch. But it's portable, so let's go! My favorite thing to play in Wario Move It is the main story mode, which turns into survival when you beat it in your first run of the game. The cool thing about story mode is you can play with a friend, which is dope because you and the boys will be Ginyu posing and JoJo posing to survive the night. The game implements every single button and motion on your Joy-Cons. 1 second you'll be physically squatting down like you're taking a dump in the woods. Next you have to detonate a bomb in mere seconds by pressing a button. These micro games are hardcore, man. Like a cat, you have 9 lives. Except you really only have 4 lives and you have to survive as long as you can. But hey, maybe with just enough practice, even one of you guys can beat my high score of 6. The cool thing about this game is that you can go even past the story mode and play 4-player mode, which has a lot of features. Apparently you can play on a Mario Party-esque board game, but the tiles you land on are invisible, so there's a surprise factor with each tile you land on. There's one where you have to go to the doctor's office and play a micro game, but there's a catch. You have to do various tasks like marching in place, screaming something, punching your friends in the face, throwing them out the window, running them off! You know, easy stuff like that. Apparently they even added a dungeon crawler to WarioWare Move It, where you move through this large hallway and try to kill Medusa. Just picture the red light green light minigame they played in Squid Game, but with micro games in between. Like you literally have to do the mannequin challenge midway through a micro game so you don't die. Crazy stuff. This one's pretty interesting. You have to partner up with someone and there's gonna be one person pretending to do a micro game, and someone actually doing the micro game. And at the end, the other team has to decide who actually played the micro game. If the other team chooses incorrectly, you win. And the last one is where you and your buddies have to box each other to win. This one's pretty straightforward. Everyone gets 4 lives, and if you get a micro game, you survive. If everyone loses their lives before you, you win. Now there's one really cool thing about this game that pays tribute to Wario Smooth Moves, and that's the Dance Company micro game. It's come back, and this time you can actually play it with 4 people. This micro game was actually the final boss of Wario Smooth Moves, being a final send-off to it, and it coming back to this game really makes Wario Move It the full package. Ever since I touched this game, my Switch has been completely revived. I really feel like Nintendo had its second win during the fall, because I genuinely did not touch my Switch until last November. Not that Nintendo was gonna fall off, but I feel like my relationship with Nintendo was that one Squidward meme where he's like, I can't stand those mofos! And then 10 minutes later it's just like him and SpongeBob. Anyway, I just had to talk about this new WarioWare game because it really is fantastic. And if you get the chance to, definitely play this game with someone. It'll be a great time. Well, that's pretty much all I had to talk about. If you guys enjoyed the video and made it to the end, hit me with that like and sub, and if you want more content, feast your eyes on my other stuff I uploaded, because Wario highly recommends it.